How are you, students?
Fine.
Okay, sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have you seen election process?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In election process, we give votes. Can you tell me to whom we give our votes?
The representatives.
Okay. Okay, representatives. Very good. These representatives belong to what?
Political parties.
Very good. So today our topic of discussion will be political parties. Just a minute. Political parties in India and their roles. Okay. So the first thing I want to tell you is that there are 6 major political parties which are recognized as national parties of India. So let us see what are the names and we will know something about them. Like first one is Indian National Congress, also known as INC. You can see the symbol is a hand. Popularly known as Congress Party, it was founded in 1885 and has experienced a number of splits. Okay. Dominant role is played by the party during the year of 1952 to 1990s. During this period, the party played a dominant role. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, the party tried to build a modern, secular, democratic republic. It wanted to make India a modern, secular, democratic republic. Under the leadership of whom?
Jawaharlal Nehru.
Very good. So you may note down the year of foundation, that is 1885. INC was formed. Now we'll see what are the ideologies of this party. The first ideology is that it believes in neoliberal economic policy, social justice, secular nature of the state, equal protection of law and equal rights for both men and women. Now question may come to your mind, what is neoliberalism? Neoliberalism is an economic policy where there is an easy influx of foreign investments, okay, in the country. That is called neoliberal economic policy. And social justice, you know what is social justice, where justice is there for everyone irrespective of caste, creed, color, rich or poor. And secular nature means India is a secular state, as we all know, and secularism means there is no particular state religion. There is no privilege given to any particular state in India. Okay. Now, equal protection of law and equal right for both men and women. There will be no gender biasness. Okay, next, BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. It was founded in 1980s. You may note down the year, BJP 1980. This party revived from erstwhile party, that is Bharatiya Janasangh. From Bharatiya Janasangh, BJP revived. So what is the previous means erstwhile party? Bharatiya, very good, Bharatiya Janasangh. And the founder of the party is, you may note down, founder of the party is Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. Okay. Now, what are the ideologies of this party? BJP is a party which have a strong faith in the glorious ancient culture of India. I mean, it advocates, it has a good faith on Hindutva. It believes that if we want to make a strong India, we should recognize our past, our ancient past. The party's symbol is lotus, as you can see. The party wants full territorial and regional control. Even it wants to control Jammu and Kashmir. Now you may be surprised, why Jammu and Kashmir? Actually, the 60% of the state is under India's control, 30% is under Pakistan's control, and 10% is controlled by China. BJP wants to have a political and territorial integration of all the regions and including the total Jammu Kashmir. Got it? You got my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is Communist Party of India, that is CPI. The party was formed long before our independence. Okay, that is in 1925. In the year of 1925 and 26 December, CPI, Communist Party of India. Okay. Later on, in 1964, the party divided into another wing, that is called CPIM. The symbol of the party is a bunch of corn and a sickle. Ideology of the party, it believes in secularism, it believes in Marxism, Leninism and democracy. It is totally against the forces of communalism. Got it? It accepts parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting and protecting the interest of the poor class, farmer class, peasants and labor working class. Okay, it is totally against communal forces. Then it is totally against the fundamentalists. Then you can say capitalism. It believes in providing rights, providing power and support to the poor class of the poor section of the society. As I told you earlier that in 1964 CPI got divided, there was a split, and after the split emerged another party, that is CPIM, Communist Party of India. It came after independence in 1964. You may note down the date here. During Indo-China aggression. During Indo-China aggression, there occurred a great dilemma, and a great dilemma of ideology, and because of that the split occurred. The symbol of the party is almost same, but there is an hammer instead of bunch of corn, and the sickle is there and a star is also there. It believes in Leninism, it supports socialism, secularism and also Marxism. Okay, it is totally just like CPI, it is totally against the forces of imperialism and communalism. It criticizes the economic policy that allows free trade. CPIM supports the independent foreign policy and it advocates the ideology of NAM, that is non-aligned movement. So here are some terms which you may have some confusions, like what is Marxism? Marxism is the theory which is proposed by Karl Marx. It is a socio-economic and political theory proposed by Karl Marx, where the rich and creamy section of the society who are only amassing wealth, the Marxism criticizes them, and they believe in equal distribution of the capital. They believe in equal distribution of power, economic, among all the section. It is not like that only the richer people will enjoy everything in their life, but there should be an equal distribution of resources among the poorer section also. That is called capitalism. Communist parties are totally against capitalism. And Leninism also is like Marxism only. The thing is that in Leninism there is a sort of aggression. It believes in revolution also in order to establish a democratic, in order to establish an equal society. Okay, it's a bit extreme. Okay.
পুষ্টিকর খাদ্য এবং শিক্ষা আমাদের নিতান্ত প্রয়োজনীয় জিনিস।
আপনি কি জানেন বর্তমানে ত্রিপুরায় বিদ্যালয় শিক্ষা দপ্তরের অধীনে মধ্যাহ্ন আহার প্রকল্পের উদ্যোগে সবকটি বিদ্যালয়ে সবজি বাগান গড়ে তোলা হচ্ছে।
ছাত্রছাত্রীদের পুষ্টিকর খাদ্য প্রদান করার লক্ষ্যে সেই বাগানে উৎপাদিত সার এবং কীটনাশকবিহীন সবজি প্রথম থেকে অষ্টম শ্রেণীর শিক্ষার্থীদের মিড ডে মিলে ব্যবহার করা হয়।
চলুন শিক্ষার্থীদের স্বাস্থ্যকর এবং নির্ভেজাল খাদ্য প্রদান ও সুস্থ সমাজ গড়ার লক্ষ্যে আমরা সবাই এগিয়ে আসি এবং প্রত্যেকটি বিদ্যালয়ে সবজি বাগান গড়ে তুলতে বিদ্যালয় কর্তৃপক্ষকে সাহায্য করি।
Now, another thing, non-aligned movement, NAM. What is this? NAM is a movement and it is formed by a group of states. They don't want to incline to any power block. You know that in the world there are two power blocks. One is America. It is considered as a power and many states try to join with that. And another is the oriental side, that is Japan. And many of the states, countries, they want to group up with them. So there are bipolar powers. Non-aligned movement means such countries who have decided that they will not incline towards any power, whether it will be America or it will be Japan. They want to be themselves. Okay, they wants to remain without any biasness. Okay, next comes Bahujan Samaj Party. Next comes BSP. The short form is BSP. The symbol is an elephant. It was formed in 1984 under the leadership of Kanshiram. Now, what is Bahujan? The name of the party, as you can see, is Bahujan Samaj. Bahujan means such a society where Dalits means those who are downtrodden, Dalits, Adivasis, OBCs and minorities are given power and rights. This party stands for the interest and welfare of the downtrodden masses of the society. Its main base are in UP, MP, Delhi, Chhattisgarh and Punjab. The main base of the party is in UP. Once again I am telling you, listen attentively, UP, MP, Chhattisgarh, then Delhi, Punjab. Okay. Next one, NCP, Nationalist Congress Party. It is formed in 1999. Once again you note down the date, 1999. And it occurred due to a split. In Congress. Here I would like to mention, okay, you note down. Yeah. Here I would like to mention you that Congress has seen a number of splits since its formation. What are they? If you remember that in previous class you have learned about Surat split, that was in 1907, and because of that split we find two wings of Congress. One is extremist and another is moderates, isn't it? And after that once again we find a split here in 1999 that formed the NCP, Nationalist Congress Party. Got it? Okay. Now what are the ideologies of this party? It supports democracy, Gandhian secularism and social justice as well as federalism. So what is equity? You have heard about equality. Have you ever heard about equity? Equity means where there is an rational distribution. Okay, equality means equal distribution, But equity is a bit different. Equity means rationally, logically we will distribute the resource among the society, among the members of the society. Suppose like those who are totally poor, those who are totally oppressed, they will get a bit more privilege than those who are in creamy layer of the, in the creamy section of the society. ঠিক আছে, যার জন্য আমরা we give reservations, you understood, in job, in securing number, we give reservation to ST/SCs. This comes under equity. Why we give them more privilege? Just to bring them up, because they remain downtrodden for a long time. That is why. Now social justice is very easy, you can understand it. Federalism means distributing power to the center. It means federalism. So NCP believes in all these things. It wants that high offices in government should be confined to those who are natural born citizen of India. Understood? Now comes another section of political parties. Previously we talked about 6 major Indian parties, national parties. Now about regional parties we will discuss. I will discuss and you will listen. Growth of such parties. What are the needs? What are the requirements for growth of regional parties? The need is, you know that India is a land of diverse culture, diverse traditions, customs. It's a pluralist country. In such a country, it is believed that a regional party can only give better protection and promotion to the ethnic diversities of that particular region. That is why regional parties emerged in the scenario of politics of India. The emergence of the regional parties can be seen in the light of protection and promotion of their respective culture, linguistic, regional and ethnic identity. It is believed that regional parties will protect and promote their respective culture, linguistic and ethnic identity. Due to economic deprivation also, there is a need to form regional parties. One more important reason is formation of coalition government. Recently you have seen in 2018 what happened. BJP formed government in coalition with whom? With what party?
IPFT.
Very good, IPFT. So for coalition politics also we need regional parties support. So these are the major reasons why regional parties are necessary in the administration. Now I'll give you some examples of regional parties. It's not possible to sum up everything, so I have given some important regional parties here, like DMK and AIA-DMK. DMK, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. It was formed in 1949. Understood? Under the leadership of C.N. Annadurai. He was a famous film script writer. After his death in 1969, the leadership of the party, DMK party, transferred to the hands of M. Karunanidhi. That is in 1969, DMK's leadership was carried out by M. Karunanidhi. Now here comes another twist. In 1972, M. Ramachandran, what he did? He separated from DMK and formed another party, that is called AIA-DMK. The full form of the party is Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Okay? DMK is an organization based party and AIA-DMK is an individual based party. Now comes TDP, Telugu Desam Party. It is established in 1982. Okay? In 1982, it is established under the leadership of N.T. Rama Rao. N.T. Rama Rao. The party ruled the state from 1883 to 1889. It is an individual based party, just like AIADMK. It is also an individual based party. After N.T. Rama Rao and Chandrababu Naidu took the leadership of the Telugu Desam party. The symbol of the party you can see. One more point, Telugu Desam party supported NDA government and UPA government several times. Next comes Assam Gana Parishad, that is AGP. The party was formed in 1985. Okay, AGP believed in ethnic culture and diversity and language of Assam. The objective of AGP is to build a secular Assam where all the citizens can live peacefully. Next comes IPFT, that is Indigenous Peoples Front of Tripura. It is a party, tribal based party, and it existed from 1997 to 2001. Later on, it merged with Indigenous National Party of Tripura and reformed in 2009. Recently, it allied with BJP and formed the government. NC Debbarma is the leader of this party. Now, what are the major functions of political parties? Major functions of political parties are many. Some of these important functions are: parties contest elections in most democracies. Democracy cannot survive without election, and for election parties are required, and so political parties play an important role here. Parties come with different policies and agendas from which voters choose accordingly. Parties in power play a decisive role in law making. Parties have those who have majority, they form the government and they run the government. Those who lose the election, they become opposition parties, and they also work as a watchdog for the country. They criticize the government's loopholes and all. Parties shape public opinion. Next comes Election Commission. It is very important. When we are talking about political parties and election, we should know which is the institution which is guarding everything. For free and fair election, we need Election Commission. It was established in 1950 and it's a constitutional autonomous body. The Chief Election Commissioner is Om Prakash Rawat, and you can see his face there. He was appointed in January 23, 2018 by the President of India. So today let's wind up here. Next day we will know more about the political parties.
Thank you, ma'am.
ড্রপ আউটের ঘুচিয়ে ক্ষত, স্কুলে পড়ুয়ার বাড়ছে ভিড়, সর্বশিক্ষা মিড ডে মিলে স্কুল সকলের আশার নীড়।
রাজ্যের 6 থেকে 14 বছরের সব শিশুদের বিদ্যালয়ের আঙিনায় এনে তাদের বুনিয়াদী শিক্ষা সুনিশ্চিত করতে সর্বশিক্ষা অভিযান বদ্ধপরিকর। তাদের শিক্ষা সুবিধার জন্য রয়েছে বিনামূল্যে পাঠ্য বই, বিদ্যালয়ের পোশাক, উন্নতমানের পড়াশোনা, স্বাস্থ্যসম্মত শৌচাগার, বিশুদ্ধ পানীয় জল, পুষ্টিকর মধ্যাহ্ন আহার, খেলাধুলার ব্যবস্থা এবং আরও অনেক কিছু।
হ্যাঁ, তাই দেরি না করে আজই আপনার এলাকার সব শিশুদের নিকটবর্তী সরকারি বিদ্যালয়ে ভর্তি হতে উৎসাহিত করুন।
E-Classroom was sponsored by Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, Tripura Rajya Mission.